I have been a caregiver since I was 9 years old. Seeing my mom after she had surgery in a state where she could not do for herself, I knew that I had to care for her or change, what was going on, her current reality, and I took care of her needs.
With everything that she's been through in the past year, losing her mother to breast cancer, her grandson and her grandmother all within 6 months of each other, and still working through the pandemic when other people opted to furlough, she stayed true to her calling. She never even took 2 seconds to say, why me? Her whole philosophy is, what can I do to help somebody else?
I am Dr. Klisa Hargrove-Loper, and I am a certified registered nurse anesthetist. It seems like an instinct. You hear people talking about anesthesia being an art form and a science. As a caregiver, you can just sense what people are feeling.
She acknowledges their pain, their fear, and it's not about let's move on and get to the next one. It's about what this patient needs at this time is what's the most important.
I've seen her pray with people. I've seen her meditate with people. Time stops with Klisa if there's a minute for her to comfort somebody. So for me as a director of nursing, I can always depend on her to speak up and just say, I'm not really sure if this equipment's working, or let's get this checked out. So she's definitely an advocate for patient safety. So she's constantly, planning and helping and really encouraging others to do the same.
I provide anesthesia in a trauma setting and also in an outpatient setting. And because of that, I need to be prepared for anything. As an anesthesia provider, you need to be prepared to deal with whatever emergency rolls in.
When you work in the OR, basically all you see is this. And they look at her and they're like, and she'll comfort them and say, I'm here for you. I'm gonna make sure you're safe. She's not here because it's a job. To her, it's not a job, it's a calling.
I am there to be their eyes and ears. They are asleep. At that moment, my patients are my family.
My mother is the master of flipping a wrong situation on the right side. My mom started the Paula Hargrove Foundation in honor of my grandmother, who passed away just over a year ago from her battle with breast cancer. Something that is as traumatic as losing your mom, she turns into helping those across the nation with Angel Care Bags.
We have an Angel Care Bag, and we have given out over 150 bags so far. Right now we have a national campaign to give 50 bags in 50 states. I just thought about my mom and her legacy. I thought about my mom and being a giving and caring person herself. We have our Angel Care Bag here. And so this is our healing blanket, head cap, Aquaphor, wet ones to make sure that their hands stay clean, and some tea, Altoids. Everyone gets a scarf, ginger oil, 2 different type of thermometers here, socks, keep your feet warm.
It's on such a deeply profound level in honor of her mother. Only you really know what you're going through when you're going through breast cancer. Somebody else recognizing it and saying, you may need these things. You need to think about yourself. You need to slow down, journal, have a cup of tea, take care of yourself. They put a lot of careful thought into what a breast cancer patient would need.
Who's thinking about that person behind the breast cancer diagnosis? Who's considering them? What about that person on a journey, that emotional roller coaster that is so horrible? Who's thinking about that person? It's a bright spot in a long emotional journey for a lot of people.
These tragedies, she turned them into something good to help others. It's just what she was taught. This is how you live life. This is why you're here, is to give.
Hargroves are definitely caregivers. It's in the blood. My grandfather before he went to school for ministry. Trickles all the way down to me and even extends to my wife. It just seems like there's something about the Hargrove family that everyone's going to be taken care of.
100% caregiving is in my blood. I am a caregiver through and through.
Klisa is love. She's love wrapped up in one person.